All right. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to Lights and Lug Nuts semi-bright reviews. My name's David, and today we're going to be looking at. Actually, we're going to look at two bases in one video because they're pretty much identical bases. So there's not going to be any difference to them at all. The bases we're going to look at today, and let me get to this screen here. Today we're going to be looking at the Grand General 81 series. So in front of me, I'm going to have the 81850, which is the amber one. And then I've also got, well, decided to disappear on me, the 81852, which is the white one. So I have both of these here. They're identical pieces. And what these are for, these are designed if you want to convert over a traditional metal-based or stamped steel-based Grand General watermelon light over to an LED base. So let's take a little bit closer look down at these. So this one here that I have in front of me, you can tell the LEDs are actually a little bit orange when you look at them. And that's because this one is the 81850, the amber LED conversion. So I did note on the back here, I had drilled a 1.5 inch hole because of the way that this particular fits. Now, I do not have these mounted in the stamped steel base from Grand General. I just put them on my test piece because basically what I'm going to be doing when I do my testing is I'm just going to be slapping the light on over the top of it, the glass lens over the top of it. So what you do get in the kit, though, is you do get the LED base, and I'm going to have some writing on mine that reminds me of what gaskets go with it. You're going to get the LED base, and you're going to get a black rubber gasket. That's it when you order these, okay? The kit is very shallow as far as mounting depth goes. It's going to have 3 wires that come out the back, okay, in these, so they can be used as turn blinkers and marker lights. You have your black, your red, and your white. So when you go to install these, okay, this is how Grand General has designed these to work. They want you to provide the lower gasket that goes on the bottom of the base. Then you have the plastic LED base itself, and then the rubber gasket that's included. Now, beyond that, you have the glass watermelon light, the round O-ring, and the stainless steel bezel. The only thing you get, again, is the plastic base with the LEDs and the black rubber gasket. The gasket is pretty thin that goes in between these. However, because there is no raised screw around the edge like there normally is with these stainless bases, I don't think that that's going to be a problem. One good thing about these bases is the LEDs, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I got a little bit of a glare perfectly right there. Okay, you will notice that these are coated with a clear polymer coat over the top of it. So any water that does get in here should not be an issue in the future. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this gasket, because I did notice in this that this gasket does need to go on a particular direction. Okay, if we look at the two mounting holes, one is elongated horizontally, one is elongated vertically. And if we look at the gasket, we'll notice that one side of the gasket is a square and the other side is elongated horizontally. So we want to make sure that when we do this and we put that gasket on there, we have the gasket lined up properly. Okay, you want the square notch with the vertically elongated hole, and you want this horseshoe notch with the horizontally elongated hole. What that's going to do is allow us a little bit of movement left and right with this screw and a little bit of up and down, so that if your holes are just even slightly off, they're going to be okay. I have a Sonora Light Company light amber lens here, and you can see that there is a little bit of movement, but not a lot. And it does look like it forms a pretty good seal. You would put your O-ring on, and then from that point on, you would screw your stainless bezel down into the base your Grand General stamped steel base from there. The base would already be mounted. Now, as far as I know, the only bases that Grand General sells are the stamped steel with the bulb housing or the bulb socket in them. From my understanding, it looks like you're going to have to press that out. I do not know what would happen if you were to try to mount this light directly like this. If you were to try to put the screws all the way through, I know that I can do it in this test piece because, well, it's just the way that this plastic test piece is. Okay, let me see how much protrusion I get. I don't think I'm going to get any protrusion through the bottom, and if I do, no, I get none. So if I used some longer stainless, I might be able to mount that directly. I don't know that I would want to, though. But anyways, so this is the Grand General LED conversion kit for glass watermelon lights. So you would be pressing out your bulb sockets that you have. This is the amber one. This is the 81850. And this is the white one. You can see a slight difference in the color of the LEDs. This is part number 81852. So again, 3-wire setup, plastic housing with a polymer coating on it. And let me see if I can I will find a price for you and I will put it up on the screen. I don't see one on the Grand General webpage because they allow their dealers to do their pricing, but I will find one. I will put it up on the screen for you so you have an idea. Now, one thing I will say is with this design, because the bulb does not extend up into the inner part of the glass, you're not going to get that burst pattern that comes out. You will get a very nice bright light that shines straight up and out from whatever direction you have this mounted, but you are not going to get that starburst pattern because the bulb does not extend up into the glass and shine outwards through these ribs. So that's something you need to be aware of, that the pattern is going to be drastically different, and we will show that to you a little bit later on when we get into the light test. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, there's not a lot to these bases, but it is something that I know that some people are interested in. They want to know how they work, and that's basically how they work. So if you found this video informational and enlightening, please feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. Leave us a comment and let us know if there's anything that you suggest or would like to see, and we'll try to get to it. Thanks. We hope you all have a blessed day.